Stand up for our liberty. You know, it's an honor to be with you this morning. Activists, citizen activists, in the finest sense of that word, from all across our great state of Missouri. And, you know, it was we Missourians. I've said this all over this state, and I've also said it debating health care. Debating the constitutionality of health care at the Yale Law School in November of 2010, where they told me, my debate prep folks told me, you're going up against the #1 leading academic defender of Obamacare in the country, Professor Jack Balkin. You can read his blogs on the subject, of which he is wrong on every point. We had a great clash there in November of 2010, and I had the entire 80 minutes on audio if you don't have a life, you care to listen to it. But I made the point there that it was we Missourians who lit the prairie fire across this country with our vote in August of 2010 for the Health Care Freedom Act. By the way, in the Q&A, Professor Balkin announced to the stunned students that I was correct on that point. That Missourians did light a prairie fire with that vote, that it spread to other states, and that this is, he said, if the court takes notice, this is how we decide constitutional issues in this country. So there you had a liberal left-wing law professor acknowledging that in this country the people have the final say. And we must have the final say in this. I know you've been praying, I know you've been fighting, and like me, you've probably written letters to the editor, blog posts, and talked to your friends about it, made speeches at Tea Party rallies, as I have, and events such as this. But while all that argumentation is important, I don't know about you, but I have a bias toward action. I have a bias toward action. And that is why 1 month prior to that vote in August of 2010, I went to the federal courthouse in my hometown and filed the only constitutional challenge in the state of Missouri against Obamacare. The only attempt to stand up and vindicate the rights of Missourians who said so overwhelmingly by 71% in August of 2010. We reserve to ourselves the rights to direct our own health care choices. Thank you very much. That case is Kinder versus Geithner. You know, remember who Mr. Geithner is? The guy who doesn't pay his taxes, but has now responsibility for the IRS. Kinder versus Geithner, Holder, Sebelius, et al. And it is not just economic liberty that's implicated here, it's also religious liberty, and that's why I'm going through here to the rally in the Rotunda for religious liberty, which is also implicated here with the directive from Secretary Sebelius. I'm fighting them on all counts. I'm in the Court of Appeals. The Court of Appeals, we had oral argument in October. Some of you know my lawyer who did a splendid job for her, who has won constitutional cases in front of the Supreme Court before. But we got there just late enough that they held our case in the Court of Appeals pending the decision from the Supreme Court. So I'm in there fighting. I have been from day one alongside you, and I'm honored to be here today. Thank you very much.